In theory, a routine report on the state of Britain's economy, but coming weeks before what the IMF calls Britain's momentous vote on whether to stay in the EU, it was more than that. And the IMF's conclusions? That Brexit could cause the British economy to contract. New trade deals could take years to negotiate. The stock market could crash.
And depending on what hypotheticals you take, it's going to be pretty bad to very, very bad. So that's what we see.
Frightening predictions, but music to the ears of Britain's Chancellor, who wants this country to stay in the EU.
These are the facts that the British people need to hear. If we vote to leave, British families will be poorer and Britain will be poorer. Incomes would be hit, businesses would suffer, and we'd have less money to spend.
But as the Vote Leave campaign argues, the IMF is not always right.
I don't think we can take their forecasts at face value because of their background and also on the basis that our economy is successful right now, and I believe that if we vote to leave the European Union, Britain has a brighter, more secure, more prosperous future outside of the EU.
So what is Christine Lagarde's response to those who say the IMF should stay out of Britain's affairs?
It's not just a domestic issue. I know it is a big domestic issue for many of you, but it's an international issue. I don't think that in the last 6 months I have visited a country anywhere in the world where I have not been asked what will be the economic consequences of Brexit.
What we heard at the Treasury from the IMF is only the latest warning of the damage that could be done to Britain's economy if this country leaves the EU. So many heavyweight institutions have already said the same thing. The OECD, the Bank of England, even President Obama has made a similar warning. And yet, here's the interesting thing. The polls in this country have barely moved. Some 6 weeks to go, and Vote Remain and Vote Leave are running neck and neck. Barnaby Phillips, Al Jazeera, at the Treasury in London.